Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Lamentations 3 verses 22 to 23. Lord, it's morning again. The alarm went off, and along with it came the memories, the worries, and that little desire to stay under the covers just a bit longer. But today, I've decided to do things differently. Today, I've chosen to start my day talking to you, opening my heart, because I know that even before I say a single word, you already understand me completely. I know that sometimes I wake up unwilling, tired, even complaining about cold coffee. But I must confess that many times, the problem isn't outside of me, it's inside. It's in this mind that won't stop running, in this heart that carries guilt and fear. So this morning, I want to pour myself out before you and confess the things I try to hide, even from myself. Lord, I confess that many times I've drifted away, not on purpose, not out of rebellion, just distraction. I let the noise of the world drown out your voice. I chose to chase the clock, the work, the worries, and forgot to listen to you. And when I noticed, I was tired, anxious, trying to fix with my own hands what only you could fix. I confess that I doubted, not because I wanted to, but because I'm human. I know you, I love you. Yet I still catch myself wondering if you're really taking care of everything. And when the answer doesn't come when I want it to, I start thinking something went wrong, when in truth, the one who's wrong is me, trying to rush you. Today, I want to lay my mistakes before you. The words I said without thinking, the careless actions, the judgments I made of others as if I were perfect myself. I want to give you my pride, which so often keeps me from asking for forgiveness. I want to hand over the fear that makes me hesitate and the guilt that keeps me from feeling your peace. Lord, cleanse my heart. Remove the weight of guilt that makes me believe I no longer deserve your love. Because if it depended on worthiness, none of us would be here. But your love doesn't depend on perfection. It depends on surrender. I also confess, Lord, that I've been trying to control what I cannot. I want to predict the future, to understand your ways, to get instant answers. But today I recognize I don't need to understand everything. I just need to trust. Because your will is good, pleasing, and perfect, even when I don't understand, even when it hurts. And it's hard to admit, but sometimes I feel alone, even surrounded by people, even inside your house. Sometimes my heart aches, and silence feels heavy. But then I remember, you promised you would never leave me alone, and it's in that promise that I find rest. Today I want to ask, Lord, that your forgiveness embrace me, not a light, casual forgiveness, but that deep forgiveness that washes from the inside out, that pulls out what's been rotting in the soul. I want to be cleansed within, healed in the wounds that time hasn't cured, restored in the places I've broken myself. And if there's anything inside me that still keeps me away from you, whether it's pride, fear, or resentment, show me, Lord. I want to confess it, let it go, and start again. You know my flaws, but you also know my heart. You know I try, even when I stumble. You know that sometimes I pray and feel nothing, but I keep praying anyway, because I know faith isn't a feeling, it's trust. And that's why I'm here, because I trust you, even when the morning is gray, even when the answer hasn't come yet. Today I want to begin my day clean, light, and full of hope. I want this morning to be a new beginning, because if your mercies are new every morning, then today I have a new chance to get it right, to start over, to live better. Lord, thank you for not giving up on me. How many times have I promised to change and failed? How many times have I said I'd forgive and still held on to resentment? But you never gave up. You never turned your face away. And that humbles me, because your love is greater than my mistakes. Teach me to forgive, not to hold the past in my heart like a collection of pain. Teach me to see people through your eyes, with compassion, not criticism. Teach me to be patient, to wait for the right time without complaining or despairing. Lord, today I want to hand over the steering wheel of my life to you. I confess I tried to drive alone, and I crashed into the curves of life. But now I give you control, because I know that when you lead, even the hardest roads lead to peace. May my heart be guided by your voice, not by fear. May my steps be steady, even when the ground feels shaky. And may I learn to rest, because true rest doesn't come from sleeping more, but from trusting more. Today, Lord, I choose to start differently. I choose to pray before I complain. I choose to think before I ask. I choose to believe before I see. And if difficulties come today, may I not forget this conversation. May I remember that you walk beside me, and that no problem lasts longer than your grace. Lord, I confess I fear tomorrow, but I also confess that your love is greater than my fear. And if tomorrow scares me, I'll remember that you're already there, preparing everything. I don't need to know how, or when, or why. I just need to know you're with me, and that's enough. So today I ask, turn this ordinary day into an extraordinary one. Make my coffee a moment of gratitude, my work an act of service, and my words a channel of peace. May I carry your presence wherever I go, not through speeches, but through actions. And when this day ends, may I look back and say, it was worth it to pray before starting. Lord, thank you for hearing me. Even when I stumble over my words, even when emotion chokes my voice, I know you understand what my heart meant to say. And so I rise in peace, not because everything is solved, but because I know you are solving everything. Amen. This prayer is a reminder that God doesn't expect perfection. He expects sincerity. No matter what happened yesterday, His mercies are new today. And this might be the day when everything begins to change. Will you keep carrying the weight of yesterday? Or will you trust that today is the new beginning God prepared for you?